Hi everybody, the usual threesome here. We had to provide the cat with some treats this time. It's been about 4 months since I put a video out. Been collecting some stuff, been redoing my whole collection in Mylar. Well, not my whole collection, but my silver and bronze. Man, that stuff expensive. But here's some books I picked up in the last 4 months. These first 5 I bought on eBay. They were listed as near mint. It cost me 20 bucks for the 5 of them. So I took a shot at it and they were really nice. So there's X-Men 185, 184, 183, 82, and 81. He originally sent me a bunch of books and they weren't really nice, and turned out that he sent me the wrong book, so we ended up going back and forth a little bit, but he was real cool about it. This one I picked up at a show in October. This had been in this guy's box. This dealer from Pennsylvania, a real nice guy. I've been going to the show for 10 years. For 5 years this book has been sitting in one of his boxes and I just never bought it. There were some shows where I walked out and I hadn't bought anything. I'd always say, oh damn, I should have went back and got that number 2. You know, not a great book. It's half reprint. I didn't have it. It's in a nice grade. I got it at about a 7.0. It's got a little color loss down here, a couple little dents there. The spine is real nice. These books are hard to find with a nice spine. It's a little crumpled down there, but nothing major. It's a very nice book. Got it for under 100 bucks, and I said this time when I went there that if that book was there, I was buying it. So first thing I did when I got there was I went and looked it up, and sure enough, it was still there. And so I picked that one up just to kind of fill in. I don't have number 1. I've got every other one but that one, so I was happy to get that. I also picked up for just a couple of bucks House of M. I'm trying to get all of those. That is number, what number is that? 3 and number 5. I have a bunch of the other ones, so I only need a couple to finish that all off. And this book I bought on eBay also. I showed this one in CGC a little while ago. I bought it at a 9.6. I kept that in the case. This one I bought for like 10 bucks. It's about in the same shape. So pretty happy with that one. Barry Smith artwork. Love his artwork. Amazing Spider-Man 345. 9.6. It's an old label. I was not going to crack this one out. I'm still not gonna. Just bought it, you know, it kind of as an investment. It's kind of going up, and I got a good price on it. But unfortunately, I didn't read the description well enough, and the case is cracked, which is kind of ironic because I usually crack them out. So the one that I buy that I don't want to crack out comes with a cracked case. There's a crack down here in the corner, and there's another crack up here in the other corner. So kind of ironic, I guess, right? But I'm going to keep that in the case. If I ever want, I can always get it reholstered, reslabbed. Okay, these 3 books I had already kind of pre-cracked, so this video doesn't take a real long time. One thing I want to talk about was when you buy a CGC book and you buy one with white pages, it doesn't mean that the cover is white. You really need to look at the book itself and see how it looks. All 3 of these books are different. This is a white. This is off-white to white, and this one is cream to off-white. So as you can see, there's really not a huge difference in the color of the back of those covers. So when they talk about page quality, that's strictly what it is. It's page quality. Of course, we're going to crack them out. We can compare them, but a lot of times people buy them because they're white, and you get it and there's tanning around it or something. That, as far as I can tell, they really don't take that into account when they consider the page quality. So that's something you need to be aware of. Okay, do the first one. Thor 132. I had this at probably about a 6.5 or whatever. I've been watching this for a while, and I got a really good price on this one. Currently, there's somebody has one listed. Of course, it's not selling, but they have it a 9.4 listed for 150 bucks. I got this 9.2 for less than half of that. So I was really happy with the price that I got on it, so we'll get it out of here and see what we got. I'm finding on eBay now, it's like everybody is just listing stuff with a buy it now. It's getting really hard to find stuff on there. I look and look every day, and there's less stuff there that hardly anything to bid on. You're either going to buy it now or make an offer or something like that, which that's changed quite a bit over the last 10 years. There used to be so much stuff on there that I couldn't even keep track of how much stuff was on there that I wanted to buy, and now it's like dwindled down to nothing. So every once in a while when I get something I like, I kind of go at it. Let's see what we got. Okay, that looks real nice. There's one tiny little ding down here in the corner. Other than that, real nice, glossy. It's a little off-white. Pages are nice. Now, this was the white-paged one. Of course, Jack Kirby art, which, like everybody loves. Is there anybody out there that doesn't like his artwork? And we'll get to the staples. Staples look excellent. One of these days I'm going to get around to selling a bunch of my doubles. Maybe I'll make another video. I did that a while ago and sold some comics to YouTubers. I like doing that better than eBay, paying the PayPal fees and everything else. Burkle 1, you're excluded from any of these sales. Just kidding. He got a real good deal on a FF46 from me and he keeps rubbing it in. Alright, that's a very nice book. Okay, the next one, which is white to off-white. And it's an old label 8.5. Tale of Suspense 67. I had this one in real low grade, like a 3 or a 4. And got a decent price on this. I didn't really, not as good as the last book, but it was an older label, which I kind of like. It doesn't mean it's always going to be great, but you know, an 8.5 is an 8.5. Sometimes these are a little bit better than the current labels, but not always. If you guys have ever done this before, you got to make sure that you really have the edges away when you pull this out, because they're very sharp after you've cut them. Alright, so there's an 8.5 off-white to white. Well, it looks real nice. I don't really see too much anywhere in the book. A little bit up in the corner up here. That's really nothing. That's a nice looking book. Okay, there's a little crease down here. Very faint. Barely breaks the cover, or the color rather. Okay, now that looks whiter than the last one. I'll get that one over here in one sec. Alright, there's the pages. This was white. This was off-white to white. Looks the same or better to me. And that's not, I'm not trying to be critical of CGC, I'm just saying that, you know, I bought off-whites, I bought creamed off-whites, and I really don't see a problem with them. I'd rather have a book that's listed like that as opposed to one that has tanning anywhere on it. Sometimes I buy them, you know, you don't really realize it until you get them that they're a little bit tan, but boy, this is a sharp looking book. I like seeing what was on sale the same month. FF40 and 26, one of my favorite covers there. Real nice. Staples look real good. Yep, looks alright. Let's take a better look at that and see. Yeah, it looks okay. Be careful with that one. Again, Kirby art. Okay, looks real good. Oops. There's the back. Slightly tanned on the back. The front cover looks better. Which usually it's the other way around, but yeah, it's a really nice book. It's a little bit of overhang up here. That's no big deal. Okay, we're back. It's only been a second for you guys, but it's been like a whole day for us. We're using a new camera. The other battery took a dump on us. Before I do the last book here, a couple people I just want to shout out. Bigtado, B-I-G-T-A-D-O. Check him out. He bought 100,000 comic book collection. Go see the details on that. I'll put everything down in the box so you can find him. Welovecomics. He's like the anti-me. He tells you what you should slab. He's got really good videos, and it's all about newer books basically, but he does touch on some bronze and silver stuff that he has. But for those of you that are into slabbing newer books, He gives a lot of good suggestions and stuff, so check him out. And the last one is Comiccorpsie. Comic, C-O-R-P-S-I-E. He has a very high grade Fantastic Four collection. He has stuff in slabs, he has stuff out of slabs, a whole bunch of stuff, and he's got really good stuff. He's only got about 4 or 5 videos out, but really high grade stuff. So if you like the FF, go check him out. Alright, this last one here that I'm going to do, a little bit of a story on it. Me and Mrs. Don't Call Me Cougar went up to Niagara Falls a couple weeks ago, and what I do usually every Saturday morning is I'll get up, I'll get on the computer, and I'll go to eBay and I'll go to YouTube and I'll see who's got new videos up, and I'll check out books that I'm watching. And this particular book had a starting bid on it, and I thought, well, there's no way it's going to sell for that. It's a pretty hot book and it was a decent starting value, so I'm thinking, well, I really can't let this thing go for what it's at. It's the most I've ever spent on a book, and I put a bid in on it. And I thought, well, there's no way I'm going to win this thing because somebody's going to bid on it. It was up for a week, there was no bids on it, and it was really strange. So I figured, well, I'll just throw the starting bid on it and see what happens. If somebody beats me by $5, good for them. So we go up to Canada. We live in the States, and checked out the falls from up there, and then we came around the American side and hung out there. And at one point my phone dinged, you know, and I'm figuring, it's just something, whatever. I really didn't even want to bother checking it, and I kind of had forgotten about the bid. So we get back in the afternoon, and I go to the computer and turn on and check out eBay, and I won something. And well, it happened to be this one. So this is the most I've ever spent on a book. A little while ago I was telling Burko One that I would probably never have this book because it was getting out of sight as far as price goes. And don't I go ahead and put a bid in on it, and I end up getting it. A little bit different grade than I usually get, but not that much different. So here we go. FF52. I just figured the way the prices were going, there was no way I'd ever have this book because I don't want it in a lower grade, and I don't want to spend you know, like $1,400 for an 8.0 and $1,600 for an 8.5, which is usually the kind of stuff that I get, and I'm not going to get a 9.0 because those are over $2,000 now. So I got this, and I'm kind of excited about it. Like I said, it's the most I've ever spent on a book, and it's kind of weird because I wasn't even planning on buying it. So I had a bunch of money saved up from eBay sales and from stuff that I sold on YouTube, and I kind of put that stuff aside into a separate little fund for myself, and just waiting to buy a higher grade book or a more expensive book. And this is what it turned out to be. So I got it half unslabbed. We'll do the upper part here and pull it out and see what we have for a 7.5. Now this one is cream to off-white pages, so we can take a look at it versus the other books that I got and see how the page quality is. It's in there pretty tight. Alright, looks pretty good. A little bit of wear down in the corner, a little wear over here. Now it's a 7.5, so I'm expecting to find something a little bit bigger. A little bit of wear up in the corner up here and up on the other corner. The back of the book, I knew when I bought it there was a ding down here and a fold, so there's a tiny little piece missing there, which is really nothing major. The staples look real good. A little bit of stain here and there. I don't know. I looked up the notes on it and it said rust stains, but that might have been migration from like another book that we was sitting against for years. But as far as I can tell here, really no tanning and everything, so looks good. Let's open her up, see what we got. Oh, look at that. There's no paper, but it's probably inside. Maybe a page or two inside. Cover looks real nice. Isn't tanned or anything on the inside, which I'm not crazy about. Pages look pretty nice, and okay, there's the paper, that's fine. Looks very nice. Hold my breath for the staples. Sometimes when the book looks real nice, there's one major thing wrong with it somewhere, but it didn't say anything in the notes about it, so I'm assuming they're alright. And they are perfect. That looks real good. I don't know if you can see them because of the shadow, but there we go, that looks great. Pages look real nice. I can feel it dent on these pages now from the back cover, so it looks like maybe half of the book has that little dent in it, but that's not, I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but that's no problem. You can kind of see it down here where it's dented. Alright, so that they must have took that into consideration when they were probably humming and hawing between a 7.5 and an 8.0. So it's a key book. I usually don't buy key books because I want them in higher grade and they're usually too expensive. I just won't spend that kind of money on a lot of things, but this is a real nice book. I'm very happy with it. So this is a 7.5 I can live with. I like it. I'll go through, check it out a little bit better. Let me get real quick, I'll just pull this other one out. And we'll look at the page quality on it. So this is the one that I thought was a little bit better. That was listed as white to off-white. This one is cream to off-white. And that one's a little bit better. I actually thought this one was better than the white page one that I showed to Thor. So you can see the difference in the page. This is a little bit better than this one. These are a little bit creamier. But not a big deal, it's an older book. Like I said before, as long as there's not tanning around it, it really doesn't bother me. Everybody's got their little things that bother them and don't bother them. That's one thing that really doesn't bother me. Tanning does, but off-white pages and stuff like that doesn't matter at all to me. As long as they're solid and the same color all the way through. So, there we go. There's my big purchase. Real happy with it. A key book. Like I said, I never thought I'd have it, and well, now I do. So I only need a couple to have a real good run from like 30 up to when I quit collecting, which was like 160 or something like that. I'm only missing 51 and 50. And 51's a hard book to find in real high grade. And 50 is going to be out there too. So I may have to get 7.5s in those, I'm not sure. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you liked it. Leave a comment, say hi. Nice talking to everybody, and we'll see you later.